up next, we have a match which is dividing opinion a little bit. It is the Usos versus the Vision. And honestly, I have been so bored with Braun and Braun in recent weeks, and a large part of that isn't even their fault. It's just because it's the same thing every single week, same main event, same rotation, over and over and over again. And this Usos reunion has kind of been overshadowed to me by this LA Knight and Jey Uso stuff. And I know I'm in the minority who think this, but I don't think there's a chance in hell either one of those guys is actually turning heel. And I sound overly negative, and I don't like to be negative because it proves what the comments say about me is true. But I don't care about this match. I really don't. The Usos are going to win because it's their first match in a long time. But I don't care, Shad.
Man, I think this is a big opportunity to establish Bronson and Braun Breaker. And I think that's a big reason why you set up this match. You put them against the Usos, arguably one of the best tag teams in WWE history. It is a situation where they have that match, but there's also the caveat with, like you mentioned, Jey Uso has a lot going on. He's got this heel dynamic occurring. It's been a little bit different. And I say that to say this, I think that could potentially be the catalyst on why they lose. So I am going to pick the Vision. I'm going to pick Bronson and Braun Breaker. I think they got a lot of stock in them right now. They need to keep them relatively strong. They've taken losses in the path, but you look at Jimmy, you look at Jay, besides them just reuniting, those guys eat L's a lot after Jay lost the belt. Like, it's not like they're perennial winners. So how am I to have a lot of faith that they're going to let them get the win? I got Bronson and Braun winning.
Again, there is logic in that. I don't think it's going to happen, but I can see why you think it could. And it definitely could. What's your thoughts, Chaos?
I mean, if anything, you know, the Vision needs this more than the Usos. I mean, the Usos, I feel like as a tag team, they are in that special space. Whereas no matter what happens to them, like they are untouchable in terms of, you know, momentum and if people care about them, because at the end of the day, it's the Usos, you know. So, you know, I feel like if the Vision lose, I feel like that, you know, there was a moment in time where they was slowly turning into a bit of a jobber group, and you know, Steph is like doing his own thing, and you know, you just got these guys doing his thing. I mean, like after the match with Bronson and Roman, obviously when Roman won, I was just like, okay, that's a lot. Even though it's a great moment for Bronson, but there's a lot of steam that pretty much came off him after that loss. And you know, I feel like, especially, you know, he's still calling himself the tribal thief and all that. I mean, like, come on, you're not that anymore. Like, quit it now. We don't believe you now. It's like, just all right, move on to see. Like, you had a little moment, move on to something else. But yeah, I feel like the Vision needs this more than anything to make them still feel like the formidable, you know, team that they kept on teasing for weeks and months. So yeah, I understand that you probably won't be, you know, interested, and I think that's why they added this potential heel dynamic regarding Jay to also, you know, this kind of reel you in and what is going on? Is he really?
I don't believe that.
Well, fair enough. I don't know. I think that's why they kind of purposely did it, so for you to have some kind of intrigue with that stuff. Because I understand with LA Knight and Jimmy, but I feel like that's like a red herring to see before you see what's really going on with Jay. So like, I don't think this, like, you should really write this one off. This one could actually surprise you, especially depending on what happens at the end. I don't know, but overall, my prediction would be the Vision to win. Ultimately, I think they needed more to do so.
This match is going to be fire.
Absolutely. I'm not disregarding the match. I just the storyline.
Yeah, this is what Jay needs, though. Honestly, because he's ran his course through the whole, you know, being that perennial baby face, doing all of this. Whether he goes heel or not, we need more seriousness with him as a character. We need more, like, I miss that Uso grit. You know what I'm talking? Like, I'm talking about. Like,
I know what you mean.
Bloodline. that peak
Yeah.
bloodline when Jay was full heel. Like it was awesome.
Yeah,
I agree.
like I miss that grit that they had. Like it's not as much there. It's like
I don't give a
Uber,
damn what the tribal chiefs say. Oh my
exactly, man.
Hey, that was bars. I loved it. That
It
was
was
man.
fantastic. I miss those days. I really do. We got to run through some comments very quickly. The Atomic Moops is Bronze for the win. Not sure if it's going to be clean though, unless they pull off the heel turn. Ian says, does Roman return for revenge on Breaker? Very possibly. I do think it's going to be War Games when they actually do have him back in ring. But, I mean, look, they could start building it now, if we're being honest, especially considering so much TV's taped in November.
I'm bored of seeing Roman just be for War Games now. That's 3 War Games matches in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
wow.
Yeah,
I like it.
You know, I would rather
It's a different
see the
group
revenge
every
of the
time.
NXTs. Like, I would rather see that. You know, William Regal's NXT, Shawn Michaels NXT, Triple H's old NXT. Put that in War Games. I'd rather see that.
They was teasing that yesterday too, by the way.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. I don't
that.
think that means that it's gonna amount to anything.
It's not gonna happen, but I'd love it. I think that's a great idea.